Okay, I know why I want to do this. I've journaled about it, I visualized it, I care about it, so why can't I just start? I've done harder things. Why am I suddenly avoiding something I chose? Maybe I'm just self-sabotaging again. Maybe I just don't want it enough. Maybe I'm just lazy. If that internal monologue sounds anything like yours, you're not alone. And more importantly, you're not broken. Because here's what most people don't understand. Knowing your why is important, but it's not everything, and it's not enough on its own. There are people, maybe you're one of them, who care deeply about their goals. They're self-aware, intentional, motivated, and yet they still struggle to follow through. Not because they're flaky, not because they're uncommitted, but because the structure they've been taught to use, pressure, punishment, and perfectionism, actively works against how their nervous system operates. So today I want to unpack what's actually going on when you know what you want, but still can't act, and more importantly, what to do about it. We're constantly told that the key to follow through is knowing your why. Join any weight loss program and that's what they're going to tell you. And yes, clarity of purpose matters. But if you've ever been in a position where you're still avoiding and procrastinating, even after clarifying exactly what you want, then you know it's not the whole story. Action doesn't just require clarity, it requires capacity. Your nervous system has to feel safe enough to move. You need to believe your effort will lead to something. And you need a structure that supports you, not punishes you when you fall short. If you've grown up with perfectionism, high expectations, or conditional approval, you were taught to push through. Facts don't care about your feelings, to override your signals, to earn worth through performance. So when you say, I know why I want to do this, but I still can't act, the question isn't, why am I not trying hard enough? It's, what part of me feels unsafe, unseen, or unsupported right now? So let's break this down into the 3 most common invisible barriers. Nervous system dysregulation. If your brain perceives the task, even unconsciously, as a threat to your safety, or even a threat to your identity or ability to be perfect, it will hit the brakes. You might freeze, numb out, avoid, overthink it, or default to something that feels safer, like scrolling on your phone. It's not because you're lazy, it's a protection response. Self-trust breakdown. If you've made plans before and not followed through, or if your inner dialogue is filled with shame, fear, or criticism, you might not trust yourself to show up this time either. You want to act, but there's a part of you that's bracing for failure or judgment, so you hesitate. Self-trust isn't, I believe in myself no matter what. It's, I believe I'll take care of myself even if I fall short. Then structure that punishes instead of supports. If your systems are built around all or nothing thinking, if your plans rely on perfect execution, if your fallback is shame and self-criticism, then your structure is adding to the pressure, not helping you move through it. We need a different kind of scaffolding, one that adjusts to your state, one that honors your peace, one that helps you build consistently with compassion, not coercion. If you're starting to realize your issue isn't a lack of clarity, but a lack of sustainable support, I'd love you to consider subscribing to my channel. This is the work I do, and I'm so passionate about making it as accessible as possible for everyone. It's free, and you can always change your mind. So what actually helps then? Start so small it feels laughable. Break it down into the smallest first possible move. Not write the chapter, just open the document. Not clean the kitchen, just step into the kitchen or throw away one wrapper. This lowers the barrier to entry and shows you that action is safe and doesn't challenge you. And instead of tying your worth to the result, anchor yourself to showing up, staying with yourself through discomfort. Try asking, what would it look like to show up at 20% today? What's the kindest way I can move forward? And what would feel like support, not punishment? Then build gentle boundaries. Create templates, not rules. Make space for flexity, nuance, and recalibration. Because when your structure holds you, without squeezing the life out of you, you're more likely to come back to it again and again. If you're nodding along and thinking, this is me, I know what I want, I just can't seem to move toward it, you don't need more grit. You need a structure built around your nervous system, your values, and your actual life. I'd love to help you build that. I offer a free, no pressure discovery call where we'll look at your patterns, explore what's been keeping you stuck, and see if my program is the right container for your next chapter. This isn't about forcing discipline. It's about creating safety, trust, and momentum you can sustain. Click the link below to book your call. Let's figure out what your motivation has really been asking for, like it's a game, and how to finally follow through in a way that feels like you. And as always, stay in this corner of the internet as long as you need.